Well, welcome to a special edition of the Newt News podcast, joined by Sandy and Andrew as always. And we're going to be doing our all-time St. Louis Cardinals draft today. So before we get into it, I want to give some ground rules about how this is going to work. We have 14 selections in this draft. We're drafting a starting 9 with a DH. We're drafting 3 starting pitchers and 2 relief pitchers, and we're trying to battle it out to see who can build the best team of all-time Cardinals. So the kind of the way we're drafting with this is we're picking a Cardinal based on their Cardinal career. And so if someone were to pick Albert Pujols, we're talking about prime Albert Pujols from the beginning of his career and then included that last year of his career. And they're not Angels Pujols.
Yeah.
You can't pick John Smoltz here and think you've got the Braves John Smoltz on your roster. So that's kind of how we're going about it. It's a snake draft. So whoever picks first will pick last in the next round and vice versa. And I think that's most of the rules we needed to do here, and you'll be able to see us drafting live on here. Sandy, Andrew, thoughts on the draft going in so far? Do you have any strategies as we're hopping into it? Actually, no, you can't reveal.
No, I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll talk. I mean, I just think like it's important to know what are the positional needs, know where the Cardinals fit throughout their history. The Cardinals are a franchise with a ton of history, so there's going to be good names everywhere. You're probably not going to see anybody that's not well known, except for guys who like have gotten glossed over for some reason, getting drafted here. So it's not like we're the Mariners trying to do this. Shots fired.
Okay, so I randomized a draft order earlier today, and I have a recording of me randomizing it, so you can hear my live reaction. You two, I did not rig it. So Andrew, do you want to reveal the draft order for us before we jump into it?
Yeah, so Josh will be picking first because he decided that he would be picking first and he wanted to do that. And then I'm picking second and Sandy gets the wraparound.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I actually hate drafting first because you guys are going to see here there's a clear top 5. So I feel like you two are going to get 2 of all-time greats, and I'm just going to get 1. So
I hope I'm thinking of the same all-time greats as you, because that would be really embarrassing. Like, what if I'm not?
And you're going to be the last one to pick too, so I'll be able to laugh if you leave someone on the board for me.
You're going to take Taylor Motter first overall.
Taylor Motter is available to pick, so we will see. Okay. You want to throw this up?
Yep. Let's do it right now.
Okay. So you can see the draft order here. You can see all the picks and selections as we're going through. I've thought a lot about this, and I've kind of wavered back and forth, and I wanted to pick with my heart here, but I'm going to go with my head, and I'm going to pick Stan the Man Musial as an outfielder.
Wow.
And so my thought process behind this is all-time left-handed bat, and you'll see there are a ton of first basemen in this draft. So I figured positional value-wise, I could get Stan here for my outfield and figure out the rest later.
Can I take Albert Pujols at first or at third base? Is that or left field? Because he started there, you know. I mean,
I put him. I try to put guys at positions they played like most of their career.
Okay.
So I mean, if you guys want to argue that, go for it. But I thought primary first base made sense for him.
Yeah, no, I get it. So
that's tough.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I know we were talking pre-draft about taking Stan and Albert, but I'm gonna go with Bob Gibson. Because I feel like it's kind of thin.
That's crazy.
Yeah, starting pitching is kind of thin in this draft, and I feel like I can get a first baseman somewhere else or a DH or whatever. So Bob Gibson, one of the best. What am I doing here? Okay, cool. One of the best starting pitching seasons of all time, has the ERA title still to this day. I don't think that's ever going to change. So I'm taking him as my number 1 starting pitcher.
Jeez.
I was upset at first. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get Albert or Stan. I mean, Albert's the pick here at 3, I think. I'm happy he fell to me, but also you kind of messed up my plan. I was going to get some pitching on the wraparound.
Yeah.
So I'll take, I'll definitely take Bob Gibson. Or why did I say Bob Gibson? Okay. I'll take Albert Pujols here.
I think you can trade here, so we'll see.
Ooh, yeah, no, I'm going to select Albert Pujols. He's going to be my first baseman. I just feel like at this point in the draft, like if an all-time great slides to me at 3, I'll take it. I can't let Andrew get him on the wrap. And then after him, this is tough. This is really tough. I really want to go with a pitcher here, but I just feel like I can't pass up Hornsby. I think he's my all-time favorite Cardinal, or in terms of like who I think is the greatest. Like Yeah, he just was an incredible player. Unfortunately, I have to have him at second, which really stinks. Oh man, do I want to fill up my infield right now? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Hornsby and Pujols. I'm going to have the best offense here. See you guys. 40 homers and hit 424 in one season. I have the best offense. This is good. This is what we need.
Yeah, but you know, as we learned this year, that good offense doesn't really equate to winning baseball games. So you know, I'm gonna go with the guy that is gonna cement my pitching staff. So your guys' pitching staff are gonna be manned by catchers that aren't so good. So I'm taking Yadier Molina.
Dang it!
On my pick.
Yeah,
so
tough.
I'm sorry, Josh.
When you said solidify my pitching staff, I was like, no way is he going to take Carpenter or Wainwright here, and then I'm going to get Yachty somehow. Man, I feel like there's so many directions I could go in here.
Got 5 this is so good.
So, oh my gosh, I really didn't think this through. And there's just too many options on the board. I think I'm going to go. Oh, man. Sorry for taking forever on this one.
No, you're chilling.
I have to pick a pitcher with one of these two. And
Lance Lynn?
I'm going to pick Chris Carpenter because I think
a good pick.
In big games, he's the guy. Like Wainwright career-wise, you definitely want. But Chris Carpenter, like the way he's gone toe-to-toe with like the Roy Halladay's of the world and won in a playoff game, or I mean, he can just shut guys down or lineups down like no other. And so I need an ace. Gonna do that. And then I am going to go for Mark McGwire with my next pick.
Wow.
And I just think you're getting insane offense.
He can't do steroids though, right? For this, like, there's
no, he can. He can. Don't worry, he's juiced up. I don't know. That's probably a little bit of a reach. I probably could have waited a little bit on him, but I just feel like you have Stan and Mark McGwire. That's tough. So
it's impressive.
I like some of the depth other places too. He'll likely be my DH, but we'll see. See,
I kind of want some offense, but I feel like the offense is deep enough elsewhere. I'm gonna stick with another Gold Glover with Ozzie Smith. I feel like having him at shortstop is gonna be pretty good. And you know, we're pitching and defense oriented here. I guess that's how we're gonna go. I really wanted Mark McGwire. I was probably gonna take him with the following pick after this.
Okay, so I did make a good pick then.
But yeah, I guess we'll take Ozzie Smith. Not a ton of offense right now, but you guys aren't going to score any runs, it looks like.
Dude, I have 5 MVPs in my first 2 picks. I think I'm going to be fine.
I have like 25 Gold Gloves, so.
Wow, we resulted to baby talk now. Okay.
I'm a competitive guy.
Okay, so and you can filter to see people's teams. So Sandy so far is Albert and Hornsby. I've got Stan Musial, Chris Carpenter, Mark McGwire, and Andrew's Bob Gibson, Yadier Molina, and Ozzie Smith.
I'm looking at the starting pitchers available. I think I need to add some pitching to my team. Man, I really like what I got with offensively going through. I think it's kind of smart that outside of Stan, everyone's stayed away from the outfielders a little bit. That's kind of the weakest spot here, I think. So I'm going to go with, I might even take 2 pitchers here, but I think first I'm going to take, this is really hard. Let's go. I only get their Cardinals career, right? Because if it wasn't, like, it's Steve Carlton all the way.
Cardinal career.
Obviously I can't do that. I'll probably take Adam Wainwright here. Adam finished top 3 Cy Young 4 times.
Yeah.
Which is in 2023, Adam Wainwright.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't care about
taking him as your DH.
I care about the rest of Adam Wainwright. I'm gonna do that. It's got to be Waino. That just adds so much to a pitching staff. He was so good for so long. Unfortunately, he was never able to win the Cy Young, but he had a couple years where if anybody besides Clayton Kershaw was also in his league, he would have.
Yeah, I think he he finished second Tim Lincecum once or twice.
Yep, and Kershaw.
Yeah, and Kershaw. So it's
and
like,
honestly,
what do you do?
The Lincecum year was dumb. I really do think to this day I would have voted for Wainwright or Chris Carpenter. They kind of split the vote by being on the same team. Man, after that, what are we looking at here? I think I'm going to go with another pitcher. I think I'm going to, oh, actually, I could also go with Jim Edmonds and have good outfield defense and a guy who can get me 40 bombs a year. The outfield is so thin. I think Edmonds should be in the Hall of Fame. Oh, do I take it? This is so hard. I didn't think this would be this difficult. I'm going to take Edmonds and hope the other guy. I'm going to hope the other guy is still here. Sorry.
No.
I almost went someone else. And I don't know if you guys know who I was going to go for. No, I do not want Jim Edmonds as an announcer. You got to tip your cap to a guy who makes that kind of pick, though. Okay.
Man. I thought Edmonds was going to slide one more.
No, I need that out.
No, I was going to take him next. I was going to take him next. Ooh. See, I'm looking at your draft board, and it's kind of getting me all psyched out because I don't want any of these top 3 guys.
You don't want a third baseman?
No, I really don't. I feel like I can get a third baseman elsewhere.
Yeah, that's honestly so fair.
There's like 6 third basemen I can choose from.
Yeah.
I also don't want Paul Goldschmidt because, wait, you took Mark McGwire already, right?
I wouldn't have taken Mark McGwire even now. I'm like, we just value him so differently, I guse. That's crazy.
Why is Lou Brock at 20? I feel like I want Lou Brock. I'm going to pull up his stats real quick and see what I want. But I also have like 0 offensive. Yeah,
Lou Brock made a lot of all-star games, but he didn't. Yeah, he's not going to be an offense.
109 OPS plus isn't really going to do it for me. Maybe I will take Paul Goldschmidt.
So just for Mark McGwire stats here, in his 5 seasons with the Cardinals, he had an 1100 OPS.
Yeah, he was.
So he was 683 slug, 427 on base percentage as a Cardinal.
I need some offensive help.
So that's kind of where I went with that.
He gets to eat his balanced breakfast.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, we just we just got to take the play on the field. Okay, we can't retroactively change his decisions in life.
That's
okay,
true. That's true. No, it's okay. He went in front of that Congress anyway and said like he didn't take steroids, so I believe him.
Oh yeah, of course.
That hearing was gospel.
It was gospel.
I mean, I guess I'll take Scott Rowland. Good defense. Solid bat in the middle, but he's a Hall of Famer. Number 27, better than Tyler O'Neill, who probably isn't going to get drafted. Let's be honest.
If you were doing individual years, Tyler O'Neill's 2021 could.
Oh yeah, it'd be up there. It'd be up there. But my infield, left side of the infield is going to be nothing's getting through. So
it's pretty good.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Andrew's team is built on defense and pitching, I guess.
I like it.
Yeah.
Did you make 2 picks there, Andrew? So you made, who'd you get?
No, I only have 1 pick.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. Gosh.
Okay.
Don't take my guy. I'm going to be so mad.
There are a lot of directions.
It was the only really good bat I wanted.
It's hard not to some of this. It's I know I could be strategic with, but some of it, it's just I really want the players.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to pick Nolan Arenado.
Nice.
Because I want good defense, and you're getting an elite bat at third base as well. Now I really got to think here.
I really hope that Andrew got Ozzy. The shortstops are so thin after Ozzy.
Yeah.
You can take NL All-Star Paul DeYoung. I left him for you, just for you.
Thank you.
God,
Thank you. I'm going to pick Paul Goldschmidt.
Okay.
So I just feel like Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt batting second, Stan Musial, Mark McGwire, Nolan Arenado. That's a tough middle of the order to get through.
Yeah, I was looking at second base. I was looking at Red, but I don't think I can take him. His 94 career OPS plus is not going to help the lineup at all. So might as well pass on him for now. I need somebody to bat deep in the lineup. I guess Matt Holliday works, kind of. I don't know. I have a lot of fast guys. Well, yeah, not Yadier Molina, but I have defense-oriented guys that hit 1-2. So I feel like I got to go with Matt Holliday, right? I think Matt Holliday is going to be my pick right now. He's gonna bat third for me, bat third or fourth. Need somebody with a little bit of power at least. So we're gonna go with Matt Holliday right now.
I like it.
I'm glad you've left some of the guys I really want on the table. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes. Trying to unsort this by position. Gosh, this is so hard to do. Yeah, I want Dizzy Dean. I was waiting on him. I almost took him last time. I'm really glad you guys didn't. He's an MVP winner, one of the best starting pitchers in Cardinals history. There's a reason they retired his number. He doesn't really hold up as well in the advanced analytics era, but that's okay because that's not what was valued at his time as a player. I'm pulling up his stats right now just to gloat a little bit, but he's got a career 3.02 ERA, ton of wins, 150 for a guy that didn't get to start too many games because his career was kind of cut short.
Yeah.
He was a great in St. Louis. He actually was basically done pitching by the time he was 31. So he racked up 150 wins in his 20s, which is really impressive. He led the league in strikeouts 4 consecutive seasons with St. Louis, runner-up MVP twice, just dominant player for his era. So I'm really happy to have him on my pitching staff. I thought I was going to have a weak pitching staff, but Waino and Dean is nothing to scoff at. And I get 3 starters, right? That's
3 starters.
3 starters.
Yeah. Oh man, this is tough. Do I reach? Do I do this? This is really hard. Now we're getting into where some of the outfielders could be chosen. I'm really glad I got Edmonds. I don't have to settle for any of these. I'm going to take Ted Simmons. I'm going to get the other catcher off the board because it's him or Yadi, I feel like, for Cardinals history. And if you don't get
my next pick.
Yeah, if you don't get one of them, it's really tough. So I'm going to take Ted Simmons to go along with Dean and Waino, form a elite battery here. Boom. Hall of Fame, Ted Simmons.
Yeah. I think I retroactively, I don't know why I didn't think about it. I should have done Ted Simmons as one of my last 2 picks, but it's okay. It's okay.
And I can go with your catcher last, unless I take Wilson Contreras as my DH. That would be something.
I don't think he's going to be my catcher, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Or whoever. Let's see. A lot of pitching options here, but I feel like Lou Brock is the last Hall of Famer on this list, right?
No, there's a few left still. Just not retired number guys. Like Jim Bottomley was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
If I didn't have Pujols, I would have taken him.
See, Lou Brock has stolen a lot of bases. I feel like let's see. We can go with what's my team look like? Who's on my team? I forgot. Okay.
Oh, Josh needs another starter.
Yeah. We should have done 6 starting pitchers to honor John Mozeliak. That's fine.
Oh my gosh.
How do I see my whole team here? I'm like really bad at this.
There should be, when you go to selected players, you can, instead of doing complete draft, you can see your draft.
Oh.
Okay, I thought I took Lou Brock instead of Scott Rowland for some reason. I don't know why. So I'll just take Lou Brock because I thought he was on my team already. We'll fill out that outfield even more because I feel like outfield is probably the thinnest position here, as we said. And
yeah,
I'm comfortable with Bob Gibson in my number 1. I can fill in the next 2 guys with
who's playing center for you, Andrew?
You know, we can kind of alternate. You know, actually, I just have Matt Holliday. Lou Brock. I feel like Lou Brock can play center, right?
I mean, I think Cardinal history, like the Kurt Flood is probably the second best defensive center fielder on here.
Yeah,
I feel like it's got to be him. Or was he?
I have a different person in mind for center field. I'm gonna wait.
Interesting.
Oh,
it's Tommy Edman.
No.
Taylor Motter.
That would be fun.
So my first pick here, I'm gonna pick Joe Medwig.
No, why are you like this?
I think he's the last Triple Crown winner for them.
Yeah, he is. Joe Ducky Medwick. Was it like 1934 that he did it?
Something. And he had a really good prime. So
Dang it, that's
I really like that bat. I think I have to go pitching here. And I'm struggling because in some ways I don't like, I know I need to pick pitching, but in some ways a lot of these guys there's not a lot of difference between them to me. I don't feel like there's a a huge gap per se. Like the guys that are left on the board, obviously early picks are insane. I think I'm gonna go John Tudor.
That's a great pick.
So obviously more of an old school pitcher, ground ball specialist type guy. I know my staff's not going to be as strong as your guys is, but I like my lineup. So I feel like that's where's Tudor on here? I'm struggling to find him. No way did he not get on here?
I thought I saw him on there earlier. I was looking at him.
Sorry, I don't know why I can't find him. Do you guys see him?
He should.
I mean, we could just say that you have him and not take him again. It's not the end of the world.
He should definitely be on there because he's elite.
Yeah.
He was one of my mom's favorite pitchers.
Okay, if he's not, I don't see him. So I might. Okay, do you want me to
just take Taylor Motter or something?
Taylor Motter. Yeah, I was gonna say I could take. Yeah, I'll just take Taylor Motter because we know none of us are gonna pick him. So, let me rank this real quick. So that's John Tudor. Do not aggregate this and say I took Taylor Motter here.
Yeah, I might. You know,
graphics already made. Too late.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it my turn now, or is it Andrew's?
It's my turn.
I'm so mad you took Joe Medwick. I almost took him last round. He's so good. He had a 142 OPS plus with the Cardinals.
Yo.
How do you pronounce Red's last name? I don't know.
Shandy's.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer, baseball lifer.
Yeah, but like I'm looking at his metrics right now. 93 OPS plus kind of doesn't get it done for me. I guess the defense is good, so if we're gonna keep doing that, but I'm gonna not score any runs off your guys' teams. 65 home runs, 651 RBIs. I guess I don't know. Also, yeah, why not? We'll take him.
Who'd you just select? Sorry.
Red Shandy's.
Nice.
Okay, this is shaping up really interestingly so far, I feel like.
There are a number of directions I can go. There are a bunch of players I'd like to take right now. I feel like I could address my pitching staff again, but I'm going to wait because I think everyone's going to wait on the pitching staff just a little bit. Oh, man. I could take a closer, though, right now. Get the best one off the board. No, I think I know where I'm going to go. I am going to have a lot of flexibility in my infield because I just feel like I have to take Enos Slaughter here. He was just so good with the Cardinals. 13 seasons, a 126 OPS plus. He's a 10-time All-Star. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a 4-time World Series winner. He gets it done in the big moments. Over a 10-year stretch in St. Louis, he made the All-Star game all 10 seasons and finished in the top 5 of MVP voting 3 times, top 10 5 times. I feel like he's just elite. Unfortunately, he's another middle infielder for me, which is kind of brutal because I would rather not. Oh, it says on Baseball Reference his primary position was the outfield. They have him listed as a right fielder.
Yeah, that's what I think I had him on here as, right?
Okay, because when I looked him up earlier to look at him, it said, yeah, I guess you wait. Oh, you do. Oh, definitely taking Enos Slaughter. Then even better. The positional need there is so great for me. Enos Slaughter. There we go. When I looked him up earlier, they had him listed as a second baseman. I was like, I didn't know he played second.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. I have 2 outfielders now. I could take another outfielder. I could round out my infield. I think I'm going to wait on third base. Definitely I'm going to wait on shortstop. Andrew took the good shortstop off the board. Ooh, Kitty Cat, Jim Cat. No, pass.
Kitty Cat, Jim Cat.
Yeah. So my friend referred to him as that.
I was so
confused. Jay Hani? No, I don't think he is.
I think he has the record for the most home runs in a season by a Cardinals shortstop. Maybe Paul DeYoung has that. I don't know.
He had a couple really good years with the Cardinals, though. He shouldn't be slept on. Shortstop is just
back in the day when we actually had 7 All-Stars. Remember that?
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm taking forever. I'm the worst. I think I'm going to have to go with this is so hard. Probably Ray Lankford.
Good pick.
I think is Sue. Yeah. Although Josh's is pretty tough. Yeah, I'm going to go with Ray Lankford. He was just so underrated with the Cardinals. Honestly, I think there's at least a case, probably not a case for him to make the Hall of Fame. His peak was too short, but yeah, go with Ray Lankford here. Boom.
I want one of the closers, but I don't know which one to pick. Lee Smith. See, my knowledge of the history is not as good as your guys's, so we're gonna see. We're gonna go digging on Baseball Reference. See, Lee Smith, the numbers are pretty good, but he wasn't in St. Louis for that long.
Yeah, isn't he mostly an Astro?
Yeah. So let's see. I'll go with Sutter. How about
Suter?
Suter, sorry. We'll go with him.
He won a Cy Young. He was really with the Cubs though, Andrew.
Yeah, but they were both with the Cubs at some point. I think Lee Smith's Baseball Reference page has him in a Cubs hat, which is funny. Are they both?
That's terrible.
Are they? Yeah, they both are in Cubs hats on their Baseball Reference pages. So I don't know.
Suter's 4 years in St. Louis were really good though, but he was better as a Cub.
Yeah. I mean, his numbers retired. He's in the Hall of Fame, so why not?
Nice. Okay. So there's a guy that I want, but I think I can wait on him. So I'm gonna go the Matt Hungarian.
Ooh, I like it.
I mean, just like the persona alone and his seeing him up on the mound, I like him as in my bullpen, but then also I think he's sneakily underrated from his prime. So I like that. I'm really struggling with this next one because there's a lot of directions I feel like I can go, and I don't know if what I'm trying to think what the position of need here is. Someone picked Lankford already, right? Ray?
Yeah, I already took him.
Okay.
Outfield is tough here because there's two guys that are career greats and then a bunch of guys who are really, really good. But it's really, it's hard to differentiate.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm taking forever with this next one.
No, you're chilling. I've been taking so long.
I really don't like any of my options right now. I just don't feel like any of them scratch it there. I think I'm gonna go because positional need, and I think he's a weird pick here because he's not in the same stratosphere as these guys, but I think he's the clear second best, and then the third best is it's gonna be tough for Sandy. So I think I'm gonna pick Edgar Renteria here.
Darn you! I'm just gonna wait. Actually, I have a plan for shortstop. I'm gonna wait till the very end.
Paul DeYoung.
No, it's gonna be Dick Groat, and I'm just gonna wait, and I'm fine. It's good value in the last round because he won an MVP, almost won another one with the Cardinals.
Taylor Motter played a lot of shortstop, but Josh already took him, so
I did already take him.
Watching Taylor Motter get put on the lineup every single day last year for a 2-month period was soul crushing.
Can I take Matt Carpenter at first base? Because he played a lot of first base.
Also, wait, Groat didn't win a MVP with St. Louis, right? He did finish second, though.
He won it right before, and then, he was the runner-up.
I was like,
I want to take Matt Carpenter at first base.
There's a sneaky pick waiting, and I'm really excited.
Or did Beltran play first base at all? No, I don't think he did.
No, Beltran was exclusively an outfielder, I think.
I feel like I remember seeing Beltran at first base for a little bit, but maybe I'm tripping.
I love seeing Sonny Gray on here.
Yeah. Lars Nootbaar today or whenever he did his interview with Jim Hayes said that Sonny Gray is the nastiest pitcher he's ever faced. So
that makes me so happy.
I want to take Matt Carpenter at first base because I know one of you guys is going to take him for like something else, and I feel like he's the best option. Is that allowed? Can I do that?
I feel like you can have Matt Carpenter at first.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go with Matt Carpenter at first base then. I feel like he's going to be a Cardinal Hall of Famer, kind of underrated because he didn't finish that strong here. But hey, we're going to bring him back this year, and he's going to have a farewell tour, and he's going to hit 700 home runs.
So he's going to hit 700.
I'll say this. I don't have a problem with anybody taking a player and moving them from a premium defensive position to a worse position.
Yeah.
Especially if they did that. But I would say you can't have third base Albert Pujols, for example, because he barely did that. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's still a lot of first basemen on the board here, so I don't feel bad. Like
Arenado's off the board, right?
Yes.
He's been off the board.
I'm surprised he didn't pick Keith Hernandez.
I just wanted Carpenter because I felt like he was a little better. He can I don't know.
Orlando Kepia or whatever.
Oh, so I figured I would deprive one of you guys of like one of the second base guys,
That's true.
That was more of the pick.
I already have my second baseman.
Yeah. So you just deprived Sandy.
Or third base.
Or not Sandy. You deprived me. But I feel okay about second base.
Tommy
Edmond.
I'm going to do something really mean. I'm sorry. Is it my turn now?
I think so.
Okay, great. I'm about to kind of be a jerk. Josh, you don't have a catcher yet. And I think I might have to draft Joe Torre because
that's okay.
He was so good. He won an MVP. His time with the Cardinals is just honestly so slept on. And I can play him at third base or first base when I need to. He's got a lot of positional flexibility. Yeah. In his MVP season, listen to this. He hit 363 with a 171 OPS plus and caught, which is just insane.
Yeah, it's a really good pick.
I'm actually kind of sad now that I didn't take Tim McCarver at first base.
And I think between him and Ted Simmons, I would rather have that duo behind the plate than Yadi alone. I know that might be heresy. But I'm going to go with him. I think he's going to be a really good bat that I can plug in a lot. And again, I love collecting MVPs. Boom.
Good pick.
Select player. Okay.
Good pick.
Torres selected. It's still working. Okay, here we go. And then I'm just looking through my team here. I've got my first baseman. I've got a third baseman. I've got catching depth. I've got my outfield. How many players do we get to draft again?
14.
14?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Which I don't are we able to see what round we're in?
I think I need starting pitching, but
I just took my 9th player, so I've got 5 more. And how many? We get 2 relievers?
2 relievers, 3 starters, and then a starting 9.
That's great. All right. Looking at my starters here. Oh, this is tough. Thinking about adding another starting pitcher. I feel like that's got to be the way I go here. Cy Young was so good, but not with the Cardinals. That'd be kind of a weird pick. Let me just one more time make sure I'm not missing anything in terms.
Wait, did you say you took your 9th player? I think you're on your 9th right now.
Oh, I'm on my 9th now.
I think because I think I only have 8.
I think you're right. It's so hard to see because I can only see 3 at a time. Sorry, I'm so slow.
Oh wait, maybe I do have 9. 1, 2, 3.
Oh man. Okay. I think I'm gonna take another. 9. I'm gonna take another starter. I just feel like starters are more valuable than relievers, no matter how we're talking about the game. And it's either gonna be Harry Brecheen or it's gonna be Mort Cooper. I know Cooper won an MVP, which is something I like. They both have the same ERA plus with St. Louis. It's just Brecheen did it over 3 years longer. So I'm going to go with Harry Brecheen. In St. Louis, he won an ERA title. He won 2 World Series. He was a Cardinal for 11 seasons, a 1.33 ERA plus over that time. And he started when he was old. I wonder if he'd started younger, he might have been even better. Honestly, would have won the Cy Young for sure in 1948 if it existed. So I'm going to go with Harry Brecheen here. There we go. Boom. My rotation is full.
Nice. Let's see. I'm gonna go with either Steve Carlton or Bob Forsch here for my second starter. I really like Bob Forsch because I just found out that he has 2 Silver Sluggers, and that makes me happy. But Carlton is a Hall of Famer, started in St. Louis, but he didn't have his best years here, so I don't know if I can really justify that. And Forsch had more years played, so
I don't think I would go with. I think there are a lot better options than Carlton. Like if you could have his Philly years, sure, he's a 300.
Yeah, but like it's for the name brand,
Like it's for the name brand.
I guess we'll go with Forsch because I like his Silver Sluggers, and I like a guy who can hit a little bit, Because the Cardinals, for the most part, they've had the DH for like 2 years. Like it doesn't matter.
That's fair.
All right, so it's on me now.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'll go ahead and take Mark Cooper then. 2.77 ERA, and what was his ERA plus as a Cardinal? It was 133, and then he had the MVP year with a 1.78 ERA, 192 ERA plus. I don't know. In general, I don't really love picking older pitchers because I struggle to know how good they would be today. But I'll take him.
I don't even think it's fair, honestly, to compare today. It's like he was great for his era, and that's enough.
Yeah. So because there's like more recent names where I'm like, I like their. I mean, I don't know what his stuff was, but I just know their stuff better. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do it so that I don't get screwed like I did catcher again. And I'm gonna take where's he at? Frankie Frisch.
Dang it.
He's elite defensively as well. If you look at his defensive numbers, and then he had like a couple of incredible seasons at the plate as well.
And he was a manager for a while.
Yeah,
a fun thing too.
So yeah, he had a 132 WRC plus year, 130, and there's a year where he had 1927 is probably his best year in his first year as a Cardinal. He had a 41.8 def rating and then a 128 WRC plus. He's a 9.7 WAR player from second base.
Can't forget he stole over 400 bases in his career too.
Yeah, so bottom of the lineup, you'll have a speedster there. I like it.
He won an MVP as well. I think that was the first Cardinals MVP award.
You know what I'm really tempted to do, Josh?
What are you thinking about?
I really want to move Matt Carpenter's DH and take Tim McCarver at first base and then have Tim McCarver be Bob Gibson's personal catcher. Even though I have Molina on the team, just because it would be fun.
That'd be really cool, actually.
You do you.
Because Molina's got to have his rest. I'm like, really
I don't know if we're going to 162 games
here.
Honestly, though, if we did something where we had to pick up a backup catcher, catchers would have been a heck of premium here.
Yeah, seriously.
Because, I'm sacrificing the offense by not taking Beltran. Right? But he was only here for 2 years. My lineup's going to have an OPS plus of 96. It's going to be real bad. But
I want to take Sonny Gray now.
I really want to do it. It makes me so tempted to do it just to know that you will not have a
he didn't play at the Cardinals. I put him on there as a joke.
I know.
Sonny Gray?
Yeah.
But I want him.
Okay. Can he be your reliever?
That'd be really fun.
Is that allowed? Can I just switch the positions like that? Because there's not I'm looking down at the catchers. The only catcher that's on this list is Wilson Contreras.
Wait, Tim Carver's not on there?
Yeah, no, I'm saying if I don't take, you know what? I'm going to force you. I'm going to force you to take. Actually, no, I have another pick after this. Never mind. I'll take Beltran now. And I'll just make you sweat for a little bit to see if I take Tim Carver.
Darryl Porter's still there, and he's not a terrible catcher. Although he was in St. Louis late in his career, but he's still good. Still a good catcher.
Because when we did this last time, I was heavily considered. This is why we didn't do a DH, because I could have just taken Contreras and no one else would have been on the board.
Yeah.
Also, Darryl Porter had a legendary run through the 82 postseason. I'm pretty sure he was the NLCS and World Series MVP that year. So you wouldn't be totally screwed.
Wait, who'd you say was on there? I didn't.
Daryl Porter is a catcher that's still left that you can take, even if Andrew bullies you and takes McCarver.
I feel like it just hurts his team more than it hurts mine.
Oh, so, yeah, 100%. Let him go.
I'm okay with him bullying me, but I mean, I also want a better team, so like it's whatever.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take. I've been thinking about this. It's time to fill out my bullpen, and I can do it in one fell swoop, and that's going to involve snagging Isringhausen.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go with Todd Worrell. I was looking at. I think he and Isringhausen are like two of the top 3 relievers in Cardinal history. I think because Lee Smith wasn't around long enough, and I guess Worrell wasn't around that long either. But his numbers with the Cardinals in 5 seasons, it's just tough to beat. Let me pull these up just to gloat for a second here.
Yeah,
in 6 seasons with the Cardinals, he had a 1.45 ERA plus. That's the best ERA plus of any reliever over that much time with the Cardinals. That's pretty electric. I'll have a really strong back end of my bullpen between him and Isringhausen. Isringhausen was a 300 save guy, if I'm correct, or 217 with the Cardinals. I saw. Like yeah, I'll take those guys. I really like my bullpen. Really strong back end.
Okay. Let's see. I'm not going to take another catcher. I'm going to take Cy Young because he was good with his 2 years with the Cardinals.
What?
150 ERA, 154 ERA plus, and 120 ERA plus. And he threw 40 complete games in 1899. So I feel like my bullpen won't really matter if he's just eating all the innings for me. You know,
that's a good point.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I feel like that would be. I mean, all 3 of my guys are innings eaters. They're all old guys. Let's see.
Cy Young and his 2.7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched.
Where is he? Where did he go?
Have it.
Oh, he's at the bottom. Yeah, why not? Why not? At this point, I need a center fielder, or I need a center fielder. Or I need another reliever. Okay, cool. I'm comfortable with that. I mean, they named an award after him, so I feel like he's got to be good, right?
That's fine. So something I'm looking at here, Joe Medwick played some center field in his career for the Cardinals, but not like primarily. So like, how do we feel about him as a center fielder? I feel like
you can do it. It's fine.
Okay. So I'm going to make, I think, the sneakiest pick of the entire draft here. I'm going to pick Lance Berkman. Wow. He had a 168 WRC plus in 2011 at the Cardinals. He only played 2 years, and he was like 120 in his other year. It was not the same. Let me look.
Yeah, he was amazing that season.
But so I'm looking at all-time single season leaders for WRC plus. Above him, like in single seasons, basically the only players are Albert, Stan, Hornsby. It's people we've already picked. Edmonds.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a bunch of Stan Musial seasons, Paul Goldschmidt seasons, Albert Pujols seasons, Mark McGwire. So like his bat is one of the best, and then I get a switch hitter here too. So
that's not bad at all.
Going to be a weird playing. Like obviously it's older him, so he's in right field. My outfield defense is not great. I'm going to be honest. I'm really going bat heavy here and trying to outslug you guys. But I mean, I cannot believe how good he was in that 1 year. I just don't even like, I remember him being good, but not like better than Albert Pujols good that year. So Lance Berkman.
When Bob Gibson pitches, the mound is closer. So,
okay.
And it's higher up too.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick with my next one. I'm going to go Trevor Rosenthal.
No,
I really like him. Like longevity, like it's hard to pick relievers that were consistent for a while that also struck out a lot of guys and were really good. Yeah. So I feel like that's where I really like him in the bullpen. And friend of the podcast, Trevor Rosenthal. So
he just wants to feel wanted, you know, and he just
wants to feel wanted. Oh, I forgot they only have 2. I had another guy I was gonna pick, but for relievers, but that's okay.
Is it my turn? Yeah, it's my turn. I'm going to take Jason Mott as my closer. He closed out a World Series. Would it have been mean if I took Adam Wainwright as a reliever?
Well, he's already off.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I thought about it at some point. But
that would have been awesome.
Yeah. Jason Mott, was really good for us for a couple years. He also has some like really noteworthy Cardinals moments. You know, in 2012 in the NLDS, people don't remember this moment, but I'll remember this moment because it's in the highlight reel of that inning where against Washington, one of my favorite postseason games, probably my favorite postseason game of all time, 2012 NLDS Game 5.
Yeah.
In the highlight reel of that inning, you have all the like Pete Cosma, Descalsos, and like doing all that stuff, all the clutch moments. And then at the very end of that inning, you get like 5-second clip of Mott striking out, and the announcer just says, "And Mott strikes out. Oh no!" And that makes me happy because I like pitchers that hit. So I'm taking Mott for my second release spot. I don't think Mott or Suter are going to get any playing time though, because my guys just pitch shutouts every game. You know.
Oh, this is huge.
I would like to see you get through my lineup without giving a run, but we'll see.
Or they pitch complete games. They just like they're
yeah, there you go. They might get beat up a little bit, but
all right. I'm thinking about the state of my team. I have to get a shortstop, and I just don't want to take any of them because I don't like any of them at all. And then I'm going to take a DH as well. So there's a ton of guys left that all ran like 135 to 140 OPS pluses with the Cardinals, but they did it for a long time, which I really care about. Thinking about Ken Boyer was a little worse, but he was just around so long. Andy won an MVP. I'm all about collecting my hardware. And then he left the Cardinals and was terrible with the Dodgers, which is awesome. I respect him for doing that. Did us all service. I'm really thinking about Keith Hernandez too. I think to this day, I believe Keith Hernandez should be a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
I mean, easily, right? He won an MVP with the Cardinals, which is pretty good. A 130 OPS plus with the Cardinals over like 8 seasons is pretty great. Cepeda won an MVP with the Cardinals. Alan Craig's my favorite player ever. This is so hard, and I just like don't want to take a shortstop. Honestly, I'm thinking about just having a random player and just being like, yeah, you learn how to play shortstop for me this year, even though I don't think that's allowed. No. I don't think that's allowed at all.
But you're Lars Newbar played shortstop at one point. That's what he told Jim Hayes.
Okay,
maybe I'll do that.
You could pick Lars Newbar as your shortstop.
Give me the Hall of Famer. I'll take Jim Bottomley as my DH. Hall of Famer, was with the Cardinals for 11 years. Not that great defensively, but that's okay. He's going to DH for me. He won an MVP. Career 136 OPS plus with the Cardinals, and then went to Cincinnati and sucked, which is awesome. Yeah, that's a little bonus points for me. Let's go with him. Just buff my lineup as much as possible before I take some shortstop. It's just going to kill me. Oh my god.
Take Victor Scott or take Mason Wynn.
No, he's not on.
Oh man.
And Mason, if I had to use Mason Wynn's major league numbers, like okay,
you have a cannon of an arm though.
He does. I love Mason.
You know what? Like, I'll let you go outside of the Cardinals, but only to the Reds and only to the shortstops that debuted last year.
Matt McClain, technically shortstop. I win. No, I'm stuck with Ellie in that case. It's terrible. Okay, well, the shortstops, I'm just gonna go through this real quick. I'm taking forever, but that's fine. Who do we have? Okay. David Eckstein is sneaky because he's listed as second base and a shortstop.
Yeah, I put him at both.
I don't want him because his offensive numbers just aren't good enough to. They're too bad even for how clutch he was. It can't be Paul DeYoung. Tommy Edman. I like Tommy. In Tommy Edman's best seasons, like he is an all-star, but do I want a below-average bat in my lineup?
He's a career 100 OPS plus.
In my lineup, so I'm okay.
That's fair. Edman's 2022 season was just really, really great. And he's one of the better base runners. Let's talk about the fact that for his career, Edman has stolen 106 bags, and he's only been caught 17 times. It's really, really good base running value. It's got to be him or Dick Groat. But Groat is spelled funny on this, which is really funny to me. You must have him as Grogat, which, like, honestly might put him over the top for me.
Arson Judge.
Yeah. Oh, Dick Groat was a horrible base runner. Why? In his MVP season, he stole 0 bags and got caught 4 times.
See, this is why I'm really glad I got Egner Renteria, because I know like he's got a weird career, but 2003, 130 OPS plus, and was a Gold Glover, Silver Slugger, top 15 in MVP voting. I'll take that.
I don't get the MVP for Grote if he's here. Let's go with Tommy Edman. I think that's like, I don't think that's a bad pick here. He's not going to ruin my team. He's been an above average hitter before. That 107 from 2 years ago was really impressive. He provides outstanding flexibility. I can use him anywhere I want pretty much around the diamond. He's played third. He's played short, second, outfield. He can play center, which is pretty valuable. And even in like last year was a bad year for him at the plate, still at over a 2-WAR player. So let's do Tommy Edman, call it a day. Boom. Edman selected. I think that's all for my team.
Yeah, that's it. We got the last 2 picks of the draft here, me and Andrew.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm a little short on center field right now, and there's a lot of guys I could go with, but I'm thinking towards the future of my team. So I'm not taking Victor Scott, by the way. That's not like he hasn't played for the Cardinals.
I know you're about to take
Newt.
Being the general manager and being like the owner of this team, I can spend as much money as I want, so I can use this person to like get other guys, and I'll pay them what they want. So I'm going to take Lars Nootbaar, and he's going to bring all of his best friends from Japan over, and like Yamamoto and Roki Sasaki. They're all going to be on my team now because I'm going to pay them contracts. That's how I'm rationalizing this. So I'm taking Lars Nootbaar, and he's also going to be a sideline reporter and doing Newt News the whole time. So
nice,
a true two-way player in that regard.
Two-way player.
And then at the end of Shohei Ohtani's career, when he's done, Lars Nootbaar is going to like also bring him over. So I'm just going to have all of those guys.
Oh, I'm kind of mad at myself right now.
I'll finish out Tim McCarver. What a last pick. He deserved to be way higher than that, but positional, it was over. So
I just realized something.
What?
I was running through my head of like Cardinals MVP winners, and we do have a guy who won MVP at shortstop, and we didn't put him on the list. It's Marty Marion, and part of me thinks I should. But honestly, I just pulled up his BREF page to look at it, and like he won an MVP and finished in
the rest of it.
But he finished in the top 10 of MVP voting 3 times. He got MVP votes in of his 11 seasons in St. Louis. He got MVP votes in 8 of them. And he made a bunch of All-Star games, 8-time All-Star, but he was so bad offensively. I have no idea how they liked him this much. He's like a career 82 OPS plus. But like it's about his era, and he was so appreciated.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's fine. I'll stick with Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman is a good pick. I'm happy.
The only thing I don't love about this platform is I wish it would have been able to put it into teams so we could like see our teams pretty well. Oh no. Get some breaking news.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto is not going to the Rams game tonight. The Rams are expecting him to be there, but his plans apparently changed.
Is that real?
Yes.
From who?
He's on a flight to Toronto.
I just saw it on Twitter from Jack Harris, Dodgers beat writer for the LA Times. That means he's coming here, right?
Probably means he's coming to St. Louis. So just ask Newt.
It's crazy.
Well, obviously we'll by the time you guys see this episode, we'll have a graphic, I'm sure, somewhere on Twitter or something like that, so you can see our full lineups going through. Obviously, you've been able to see as we go through, and you could probably understand why I have the best team, and you can tell us why Andrew or Sandy come in second. It's up to you guys. We decide on that. But seriously, let us know in the comments what you think about our teams. I think you can, Andrew, if you want to quickly filter through, if you go to that complete draft drop down and you switch, you can, or sorry, all the way up under the selected players. Go down a little bit.
Wait.
No. Yeah, go down a little bit. Down a little bit. Nope, down.
Oh, no.
No, like right there, selected players.
Oh, yeah.
So that bar that says complete draft. Oh. You can switch to each of our teams. So if you want to go through and like show real quick.
This is really bad.
Yeah, I can only see like 3 at a time. Can I switch to Marty Marion? He wasn't on the list, and I would have taken him over Tommy.
You could. Yes, you could switch to Marty Marion.
He led the league in defensive WAR 3 times, the whole league, not just the National League, and that to me is really impressive.
So as you can see, Andrew, Sandy's, and then now my team are coming down the screen, so you can take a look at those names. We'll have a lineup cards posted and all that, so you'll kind of get an idea of what we're doing.
Wow.
I'm catching some.
Yeah, I can't believe Josh took
Stop with the Taylor Motter one. That is John Tudor. Okay, that was not it. So, anyways, we'll see. I've actually, if you guys remind me, if I remember right, there's this old app or this old website I used to use back in the day. It was like a fantasy sports, and you could like plug in a bunch of players from different eras and like sim games. We could plug our players in.
Kind of cool.
And like try to sim out. Except I think you have to pick individual years, so that might be hard to decipher since we picked careers.
We can pick a year that most closely lines up with their career.
Yeah. But I feel like when my Berkman pick, I feel like that's a little tough because it's like he had a 130 OPS plus, which is good, really good, but then he had the 168. But we could potentially do that if we wanted to really see who won this.
A Twitter poll or a series of Twitter polls could help decide this too.
Yeah,
that is true. Well, again, thanks for joining and watching our draft here. I thought it was fun, so I enjoyed doing it with you guys. It's tough. I feel like once you start making picks, I don't know, you kind of start pigeonholing yourself into moves you have to make, but then I don't know, it's hard to see each of the other guys. Man, I wanted Edmonds so bad. I thought he was gonna fall, but that's okay.
Well, we're gonna just reported that as well, so that's 100% correct.
Okay,
Yamamoto is not going to the Dodgers apparently. Because Shohei Ohtani's going to the Rams game.
I sure hope he's not going to.
I don't think it means he's for sure not going, but
hey, we can dream. That's another team crossed off the list. 29 left. One of them still Cardinals.
That's true. Well, so if you like this, obviously like this video, comment, let us know who you think won and what you thought about this. Obviously subscribe if you're not already, because we always have content and talk about Cardinal baseball currently, but we want to put out more content like this that is more reflective or quizzes or fun stuff like that. So if you enjoyed this, let us know. We'll work on more content like this, but otherwise, let us know who won and why it was me. So
no, it's definitely my team. I think I have like 11 MVPs on my team. So
I think I have like every Gold Glove.
That's a writer's award. Who cares?
Yeah.
You should draft some writers then. Get all the writers on your team.
Did you? Oh wait, real quick, one thing before we go. Did anyone see that Hall of Fame ballot that got dropped the other day by the Philly writer?
It's so bad.
It's the worst thing.
See the top players that have debuted since 2009 that had Freddie Freeman in first.
Yeah, Alana Rizzo's.
I could have justifiably put Anthony Rendon at 10 on that list, and it would have been a better list.
Well, yeah, because she had Salvi on there. She had Jose Altuve number 2 above Mike Trout.
We can do that as our next draft. We'll have better lists.
Writers lists.
We could draft 30 players, and it would be better than that list.
Yeah, probably.
Well, again, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Like it, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of this. Let us know who won, and expect more content like this in the future. But always try our up-to-date Cardinal content. So, and also you can become a member and join our chats, and maybe we'll even do some stuff with our subscribers or our members about kind of what they thought about this. So, as always, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.